Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading vlog. I think this is the first time that I'm doing an actual dedicated vlog for a readathon, but the mini STAR HOP readathon is one that I've been anticipating since the beginning of the month, and I think it just sounds so much fun and I wanted to do it. I'm going to leave the link in the description for the creator of this readathon, which is Stephanie's Bookverse, and everything, like her video announcing it with all the rules, but I'm not going to try to explain everything here. She has a whole video for it. I will take forever. But I'm just excited to join this readathon and to participate and just to see how much I can read in 48 hours, really. So here's the thing. I'm starting this video kind of like in a normal location that I usually film just because it was easiest for me to set it up. But I'm not starting the reading part of the vlog just yet because today is Thursday, the 23rd of June. Tomorrow is a holiday here in Quebec, and on Sunday I'm leaving to go to Brazil. We're packing, we're in the middle of packing, we're in the middle of organizing the house, and I didn't want to do the readathon at the correct time or when we're supposed to do it because, like I said, I'm traveling on Sunday, so I'm just moving everything up for me 24 hours. So I'm starting today on Thursday at, I don't know, after work at some point, 5, 6, at some time. I'm going to update you after this the time that I actually started, and I'm going to go until 48 hours after that. If I get some prompts for audiobooks in this readathon, it would be great because then I can do packing and I can do other stuff at the same time, but we'll see how it goes. Because the way that the readathon works, we have this board, which is a black and white version of her board. I printed and I colored it myself just because I was too excited to wait to do something about the readathon. But we have this board and we start here on the bottom and we have to reach the top. So we roll a 6-sided die and get to a point, and then we have to randomize a prompt related to whatever spot you landed until you get to the end. If you fall on the wormholes or black holes, I forgot which these are wormholes or black holes in the mini version, you have to restart and go to the beginning. So we don't want that. This is a game that Stephanie plays every month to pick her TBR, and she creates this mini 48-hour rounds for herself, and now she made it a big readathon thing, and I'm very excited because I love playing my TBR game, but I always wish that I could play other people's as well. So for Becca's Bookoplathon, for example, I'm always very excited to play Bookoplathon because I love playing TBR games, and I love my games, so I don't want to not play it, but I like the opportunity to play other people's games. So I'm using most of her prompts. She shared which prompts she uses for each of these icons things here. And I'm using mostly the same thing. There are just a few that I changed just to fit what I read more, but most of it is the same. I also added a cat pic there somewhere. We'll hope that we get it, but that's pretty much it. For the wormholes, what she usually does is that she randomizes a book that's on her TBR, and she reads it on the readathon on the 48 hours. What I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate a tiny bit of my game here, and I'm going to pick from this jar. Just a random, not necessarily a specific color. I'm just going to pick a random paper from this jar if I land on the wormholes. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this rule for myself right now because I don't want this to be hard or bad or not fun. I'm going to pick 3 papers and I'm going to choose between those 3 books because there's just too much here and I don't want to have to read The Name of the Winds in 48 hours. And I think that's it for just like setting things up. Like I said, right now is like right after lunch on Thursday, so I have still quite a bit of time to do some other stuff around the house. I have some time off this afternoon, so I'm going to try to get a lot done before I actually start reading. And in my next update, which probably is going to be when I finish reading the first book, then we'll talk and I'll let you know what time I actually started. So Stephanie usually uses a mini Millennium Falcon to go around the board. I'm going to use this R2-D2 Lego thing because it's really cute and it's thematic. And let's roll. I think I'm going to film this separate, right? That's how we're supposed to do this. So I'm going to film this separately with my phone because it's easier and hope that everything goes right, and I'll be right back. So here's the board, here's my die, and here's R2. Oh, he's facing the wrong way. There we go. So I'm going to do this, and then whatever I land on, I'm going to go back to the camera and randomize a prompt for that. So we do not want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't want 6. 5, that's awesome. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a moon prompt. So let's see what we're going to get. Okay, so for the first prompt, we got a moon, which I think is the hardest set of prompts. So we'll see what we're going to get. So I put here on the spinner wheel app all the prompts for each thing, and I'm going to record. Where is it? There you go. I'm going to open the spinner wheel app and moon prompts. Okay. Oh, it's not. It's actually not the hardest. Oh, it is, because it has one that's over 300 pages. Okay. So record. Okay, so let's see what we're going to get and spin. This is way too good to be true. Okay, so we got, let me stop the recording. So the first prompt we got was a Freepik. This is perfect. Okay. It might come to no surprise, but the book that I'm picking for Freepik is Fullmetal Alchemist Volume 17. I'm saving this book for this readathon because I was hoping to put this at some point in the readathon because it is a manga. It's a faster book to read. So it's going on the readathon. It's the first book that I'm reading. That's just perfect. So Fullmetal Alchemist Volume 17 is the first book. Like I said, I'm not starting it right now. I'm going to do some stuff still before I start. But when I'm done with this, I'll come back here and I'll let you know how it went. I'm back. I finished the first book, so right now it's 5:20. I started like 4:15. So that's what I'm aiming for, 24 hours starting at 4:15. But I finished this. I read it in an hour and I'm shocked. I found out after I finished this, I found out there is only one more, so it makes sense. Like it ended in a huge cliffhanger and I can't wait to grab the next one. I already pre-ordered it. It's going to be out in August. And oh my god. It was crazy. It was mostly sad. Mostly really, really sad. So I can't wait for everything to hopefully get better in the last one. I don't know. I've never been spoiled for the series, so I'm very excited to see how this is going to finish. But I'm loving it, and I just wish it would never end. But I finished this one, 5 stars, no doubt on that. And now I can roll for the next book, for the next prompt. And I think I forgot to say, but the next book right now that I read is going to be the book that completes my goal for my Goodreads challenge. So that's a lot of pressure on the book. It doesn't matter really, but it's just a fun fact. And let's roll, I guess. I have to grab the board. So I'm going to film with my phone again for the board part, and then I'm going to record my screen so we can get the next prompt. And we'll see. So right now we don't want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We don't want 1 or 6. Both of those numbers would be really bad. Okay, let me start recording. And yeah, okay, cannot hold the phone. There we go. 3, awesome. Okay, 1, 2, 3, another moon. That's not as great because we're just repeating prompts. Well, not repeating prompts necessarily, but I should stop this and go back to this one. Not necessarily repeating prompts, but going through the same list of prompts, I guess. But let's see what we're going to get. Let me start recording my screen, and I have moon prompts. Okay, and let me see. There's a thing here that says, yeah, it's like a fair mode, so it doesn't always spin the same thing, so you don't get the same prompt again. Let's spin. I should put the volume up so you can hear. Oh my god, this game is being so nice to me. I got graphic novel, so like literally I'll grab something that it's going to be a super quick read. It's going to be Saga. I'm going to grab the next one that I have to read. So I'm going to grab the next volume of Saga. It's just volume number 2. I just read the first one this month. So I'm really excited to jump right into this one because I won't forget what I read in the first one. I'm excited. If you don't know what this graphic novel is about, it's a sci-fi graphic novel about this couple, like they're enemies from different... I can't talk. I'm still processing what happened in Full Metal, and it's just really hard to formulate coherent sentences. But this couple who are like in enemy sides of the war, and they have a baby, and the first novel kind of starts up with that baby being born and everything that's happening because they shouldn't be together, so people are hunting them, and it's really, really good. So I'm excited to move to this one. And I'm so impressed. Like, it's not going to keep going that well, right? So I'm just going to enjoy that I'm going to read a very short graphic novel. I'll very likely be back still today to update you on how this went and to roll for the next one. But this is going way too well, and I'm not mad about it. So I'll see you when I finish this. I am back. So if you can hear noise in the background, we're making food. The air fryer is on. I hope the camera mic doesn't get the noise so much, but that's what's happening if you can hear anything. But I finished this. It's 6:30 now, 6:35 because I waited a little bit, but it's been 2 hours into the readathon and I've read 2 books, which doesn't mean a lot for this readathon because things could go very poorly still. We still have one wormhole in the way, and anything could happen really. Oh, I have to tell you what I thought about this book. It was great. I think it was like 4 stars. But I'm really enjoying this series. I want to continue. I'm really enjoying how all the characters and like getting to know them better. It's just a really fun time. The art style is really cool, and all the creatures are so weird and unique and different that I'm really liking it. So 4 stars. I am excited to continue the series. If we get past the next wormhole, which is 3 spots away, I will probably grab something different than a graphic novel, but we'll see what happens because I'm scared. I don't want this readathon to last like 4 hours to finish it super fast, but also things could go very wrong still. So let's film. Let me get my phone. Let's film the next row. I'm gonna do it like this now, and then I can see what I'm doing editing. You will notice, but I think it's better. The first time I stopped filming to film the other thing, but I don't think that's necessary. We're testing things. Let me know which way you prefer. Okay, so we're filming the board, and let's roll the die. Oh no. See, that's what I was talking about. 1, 2, 3. So we got a wormhole. I am not completely sure if we should go back to this one or to the beginning. I'm pretty sure it's the beginning. I'm pretty sure we have to go back to the beginning. Oh, Jesus. Okay, and I have to grab a book from the TBR bowl, like I mentioned in the beginning of the vlog. So, what I'm going to do, actually, is I have to add a few books that I bought recently to that bowl. I'm going to do that because there are some really good options there for me to grab, and I'll come back when I have all of them in the bowl. And like I said, I'm going to pick 3, and then between those 3 I'm gonna have to read something. Okay, I'm back. I have all these papers to add to the bowl. I'm going to mix them up and everything's going to fall, of course, because there are a lot of papers here. Oh my god. Okay, there's a lot of books here that I have already read, and what I'm going to do, if I get anything that's a sequel, I'm going to count the first book or whatever book in the series I am of that series. And I'm just going to go with my eyes closed because I'm not going to define which color I'm going to grab from here. Can be any color. If you have not watched any of my m&ms TBR, it's a TBR game that I play every month, and this is one of the pieces of that game. So I'm going to link in the description or on the cards or somewhere, and you can check it out because I think it's a lot of fun as well. I love TBR games. So okay, so let's grab 3 and hope for the best. I'm scared. Okay, If things fall, I'm just gonna let it fall. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so focus on the bowl. Thank you. And closing my eyes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have 3, 2 oranges and 1 brown, and I made a big mess, and I'm gonna have to clean this up because the cats are already checking what's happening. Okay, let me put this aside. Okay, I hope I got all of them. And these are the ones that were considering. Brown is a book that I hauled in 2022, so that's promising. And orange is a very old book. So let's start with the oranges because probably not what I'm picking. And this is, I can't read it. Oh, okay, it was upside down, but there we go. Troll Hunters. This is a Brazilian book that I have. Well, it's translated to Portuguese, but I have the Brazilian version. This is... Oh, this is cool. Okay, another Brazilian book. I guess orange is a time when I went to Brazil and brought a bunch of books with me. This is The Secret Dinner. It's a thriller horror that would be really cool. I would be very down to read that one. Okay, and this is, unless this is very short, I'm going with Secret Dinner. So let's see. Oh, I've read this one already. Okay, this is, it's not focusing, of course. This is Go Hunt Me. I've read this book very recently, so I'm going to grab a new one. I'm gonna try to not make a mess, just close my eyes and grab something. Here, yellow. Not great. Also old. I was hoping for like 3 browns, but that's okay. This is... Oh, okay, so this is The Stone Sky. It's almost focusing, but you can read it. Okay, so this is The Stone Sky. It's the 3rd one in the Broken Earth trilogy. I would have to read The Obelisk Gate first, which is the 2nd one, but I'm going with The Secret Dinner because I think it's going to be the fastest read and is one that I'm very excited for. So let me grab the book. So this is what it looks like. I don't remember what the story is. Let me read and translate for you. Okay, so I just read the thing. I'm gonna try to summarize what it is. So it's a group of 5 friends. I already forgot it's 5 or 4. 4. It's a group of 4 friends who moved from the country town to the big city, to Rio, and they need money. So they don't have a lot of money. They need to figure out a way to make money. So they start... Dinner's ready. Huh. Okay, so then they start making these dinners for people, and basically they start realizing that they have, how do I say this? So let me try again. They start throwing the secret dinners for people who want to have an exotic gastronomic adventure, and they start realizing that they have like an evil character to themselves, nature to themselves. I don't know what they're gonna do, what's going to happen. But this is not a very long book. It is 360. It's a bit long, but the font is not too small and it is in Portuguese, so I hope that's going to help me get through it faster. It usually does. And a thriller horror also makes me get through it faster because I want to know what's happening. So I'm probably going to be back tomorrow. Like I said, today is the 23rd, still Thursday, and it is 7 o'clock right now. I'm going to have my dinner and then start reading this book about a secret dinner. And I'll let you know what I think. This has been translated to French that I know of. I don't think it has been translated to English yet. Hopefully it will, because one of his other books has been translated to English. So if it is really good and I can recommend it to you, you can read it in French or wait for the English translation. Hopefully that's going to happen fast. But I'll be back tomorrow probably. And we'll start rolling again the die for the board. I finished the Wormhole book. what did I think about it? It was a really hard book to read. If you've watched Fresh, you know kind of what the idea, I guess, going to this book would be, but it's a hard read for sure. Like I think I'm giving it like 3 stars for now. I don't know if I'll like it, but it's very uncomfortable, and with reason. It's the idea of this book is to be very uncomfortable, and it makes a lot of commentary on a lot of social and just cultural problems in Brazil, especially because that's where the story happens. So there's a lot of commentary on a lot of things, which is great, but I don't know if it's for me. So if this ever gets translated, let me know if you read it what you think. But let's go into the next row because we're running out of time here. We went out to Tim Hortons to get a blue cup because today is, well, Quebec Day, but it's officially Saint Jean Baptiste, like the day of Saint Jean Baptiste, which is the day that Quebec celebrates Quebec. And everything is blue, so I wanted to get a blue cup from Tim Hortons, and I got a blue donut as well that I probably put here in the video at some point. So I'm really excited for that. I'm gonna get something to eat while I read the next book. So let's see what that's going to be. So let me record the row. I thought about changing the dice because that one was not lucky, but it was lucky for the first 2 rolls. So I'm hoping that it's going to keep working out for me. So we're starting from the beginning again, and 5 again. Okay, this is awesome. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're doing the same things that we did before. Well, let's hope not the same thing happen again. Okay, so let me get the spin the wheel app. And we got a moon, so we're going to go into the moon prompts. Okay, now we're recording and we can spin. And now I put the volume up, so hopefully you can hear the wheel spinning. Okay, so we're starting nice again. So I got graphic novel again, which is weird because I mentioned, let me stop recording. Because I mentioned that there is a thing on the app that you select so it's a fair spin, and I thought that would mean that we wouldn't get the same prompt twice, but that was not the case. So I'm going to get the next saga. So we're on volume 3, and hopefully I'll get this done very quickly so we can keep walking on the board to get to the end. Filming on a different location now just to make this vlog a little bit more interesting, maybe. If you can hear stuff in the background, the windows are open, we're just going to go with it. But hopefully the microphone, the camera is good. But I did finish Saga. I'm excited to move on to the next row because we have to get going with the readathon. Right now it's 2 p.m., 2:15 on the second day, so we have a little bit over 2 hours, or just 2 hours. 2 hours to the 24-hour mark of the readathon. So I still have a long ways to go. And if we hit another wormhole, I'm not very hopeful that I'm going to finish it. But let's see what happens. So let me grab my phone. I'm going to film the next row here on the couch. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. So 6. Okay, that's probably really good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How do I manage to do that? How? Okay. I hit another wormhole. I'm back to the beginning. I'm not gonna finish this. There's no way. But I'm going to grab my bowl, TBR bowl thing, and I'll be right back. Let's do this again. I'm not going to make too much of a mess this time because I don't want to do this right here. But let's see. I'm gonna close my eyes and pick 3. 1, 2, 3. Nothing fell. Success. Okay, so I have 1 brown, which is promising, 1 red, which is really not promising at all, and 1 yellow. So let's start with the red, That's probably the worst option. Oh, it's not too bad. The Polar Bears Explorers Club. It's a middle grade fantasy, so it could be a good one. Let's see the yellow. This is another Brazilian book. It is a compilation of fairy tales, and it's not focusing. There we go. It's a compilation of Celtic fairy tales. It's a bit big, so I'm leaning towards the middle grade, but let's see what's in the brown one. Perfect! That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping that I would put this book somewhere in the CBR because, okay, focus, focus. It is Severance. So this is a very short story that happens in the world of Severance, the TV show from Apple TV. We watched it recently and we enjoyed it a lot, and we found out that there was a free ebook that you can download on Apple Books. So if you have any Apple devices, you can download that. I have my MacBook, so I can read it there, and I already downloaded, so it's on my TBR, and it's perfect. It's like 40 pages long, so it couldn't have been better. So definitely this is what I'm going for, because we're back to the beginning of the board. We're back to the beginning of the board. This is going to end up being a 24-hour readathon if I don't hit any other wormholes. But that's it. I'm going to read that short story from Severance and I'll be back. I'm back on the previous location just to keep this interesting because we're gonna be here forever, just rolling the dice and just going through this board forever. But I did finish Severance. It's like 40 or so pages, 46 I think, and it was awesome. If you've watched the TV show, I definitely recommend both the TV show and the short story. Watch the TV show first. Do not try to read the thing first. The short story is inspired on the TV show. It's a story that complements it, so do watch the TV show first. But it is really good. I didn't say what it was about, but it is about a company that does this procedure called severance, that they basically put a thing on a person's brain that makes it so they have a separate memory from work and normal life. So every time they go to the company, they forget everything about their personal life, and then when they leave, they forget everything about work, which is very interesting, and it's creepy, and it's really awesome, so I definitely recommend it a lot. And that's it. It was 5 stars. I forgot to mention Saga was another 4 stars. I'm still very excited to continue the series, getting to know more characters. The 3rd volume was really exciting and awesome, and I can't wait to continue that series, and I hope that I can put another saga in here, maybe. I've read a lot of books, most of them were really short graphic novels and manga, just one like full novel, but either way, it's like 24 hours now until the end of the readathon for me, and I'm in the beginning of the board, so I'm doing a 24-hour readathon. That's what happened. That's what's happening. Oh my god. Okay. Let me record again. We're in the beginning of the board. It's recording, and we're going to roll the die. Anything but a 6. 4. Okay, we got a different prompt. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe sun prompts are the ones that... Let me stop this. I believe sun prompts are the ones that are the hardest prompts to fulfill, to complete. You get the idea. So let me open the spin, the wheel. There are less prompts to pick from here to randomize. Let's do this. Oh my god. This is not great. Okay, we got a TBR vet. Let me stop recording, and I'm going to see what I have that's been on my TBR for a long time. I'll let you know. Okay, I picked the book. I was trying for a long time to find an audiobook that I could give my eyes a break for a little bit, but I actually found something else, and it's not an audiobook, physical book, and it is The 50-Year Sword by Mark Z. Danielewski. This is the author of House of Leaves, which I've tried to read 2 times already, and I DNF'd it both times, but I still want to try that one. But this is another book by his that is very experimental, and it's just like half of the book there's nothing written in it, so I think it's a great one to get me through this quickly. and I'll see what I think about it, because it's been sitting on my bookshelf since 2019. I bought it because I was very interested in House of Leaves, but I've heard not great things about his other books besides House of Leaves, so I'll see how I feel about this one, if I even get the idea of it. It's really cool. Like, can you see that all of these things are actual holes that are punctured in the dust jacket? I'm pretty sure that's on purpose, and the naked hardcover is really cool. So I'm kind of hoping I enjoyed this book, or that I enjoyed the craziness, the trip that this is going to be, and I'll let you know how it went. But I'm excited to finally get through this, and that it is a short one, and we'll go back to the board hopefully very soon. Now I'm just trying to make the same scenery look different in every clip. Oh my god, I've been doing this for a long time already, but I finished this book. It was really bad. I have no idea what I read. I wouldn't be able to explain the plot. I just don't want to think about it anymore. It was 1 star, the worst book that I read in a long time. The only time that I'm going to have to think about it is because it's going to be on my worst books of the year. It's really cool. It's mixed media. There are drawings. The hardcover is awesome, but just like I don't get it. I just don't get it, but I finished, so we can move on to the next one. I think this is where we were last time, so. Okay. 1. Not good at all, but at least it's not a wormhole. Okay, so I got a 1, which made me land on a moon prompt. Let me do this. I'm really sad that I'm not going to finish this board, but I literally have no hopes anymore of actually getting to the end by the time the 48 hours end. It's recording. Let me open the spinner app, and we're on a moon. So let's spin. Okay, and we got a standalone, which means I cannot put Saga in here. So let me think of what standalone I want to read. Okay, I decided what I'm going to... I believe this is a standalone. Let me make sure. Yes, as far as I know, it's supposed to be a standalone. I'm going to read What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher. I have an arc for this book, and it is a novella, so again, I'm trying to get through shorter books here because I want to finish this game. But it is a book that I've been anticipating for a long time. It's on a lot of people's anticipated lists for this year, so I'm really excited to read it. I don't know when it's coming out. I think it's coming out in July, and I haven't read anything else by this author, but I think it sounds exciting. It is a retelling of an Edgar Allan Poe short story, which I am going to read first. So I'm technically going to read 2 things for this prompt here. Hopefully that's not going to mess up the game for me, but it is a very short story, like a 40 page story for Edgar Allan Poe, and then I'm going to read What Moves the Dead right after that. I don't know what the plot is. I will let you know after I read it, because I don't want to know. I want to know when I read the Edgar Allan Poe story. So I'm not reading the synopsis for any of these 2 books, but I'm excited for it. It is one that I'm very highly anticipating, and good thing it's very short. let's talk through what all happened between yesterday and today. Today is Saturday, so the last day. I'm almost at the end of the time for the readathon for me. Hello. And I'm thinking hopefully that this is going to be the last clip, but we'll see how the game works. This is also going to require a lot of skilled editing for me, so we'll see if I'm able to do everything that I'm hoping that I can. But here's what happened. So yesterday I rolled something, I forgot, but I got a standalone novel. And I picked What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher, and I said that I was going to read the Edgar Allan Poe short story first. And I realized, so I read the Edgar Allan Poe story, and I started What Moves the Dead, but I was just like not feeling it. I don't know if that type of story is really for me. I didn't even like the Edgar Allan Poe one so much, so that was not gonna happen. I was not going to be able to read, even I know it's a novella, but I was not going to be able to finish that story. But I decided that I did read something. I did the Edgar Allan Poe thing is a standalone, so that for sure counts, and even if you didn't, it would count for me to DNF the other book. So like that still count. That's fine. So this morning I wrote again, and that's where the skilled editing will have to appear here, I guess. But I filmed it, but I didn't say anything in the camera because it was very, very early. I was not feeling very well, so I just filmed it, and I forgot the numbers. You can see here. If I can't put the video in a coherent way, I'll just write it on the screen. But I got a graphic novel. Was that it? No, it was a sci-fi. It was a sci-fi, so I grabbed Saga for that. So I read the next Saga, and right after that, I rolled again, and I passed the second Wormhole, thank God. And I got a 2022 release. And for that, I picked The School for Whatnots. So there's a lot that I read since the last clip to now. There's a lot that I rolled since the last clip to now. And there's a lot that I read in this readathon as a whole. I've been having a lot of fun. Like I said in the beginning, I was planning for this readathon for a long time, and I think it is really a lot of fun. But the board was so not nice to me. At the same time, I picked a lot of really short things and a lot of really different styles, different stories really to read. So my brain is a bit fried. So we're going to hope that this is the last roll and that I can put just another saga in it and finish it, because I only have an hour or so to go anyway. So let's roll the last one. I forgot where I stopped on the board thing. Okay, so yes, I did land on the moon. It was the last one, so I need a 3 or above to finish. Let's hope I can get a 3 or above. Let me move you this way, maybe, because then I'm not looking completely to the side. I got a 4. Oh my god. Okay, so I don't remember if I have to go all the way outside or just stay here on this big star, the sun? No, that's the sun. I don't know what that one is. Let me start recording on the phone. But I reached the end. Oh my god. Okay, come back here. So that's it. So when you reach the end, you get a Freepik. I'm going to grab another saga, and I'm going to show you all that I've read on this readathon. So I'm already adding that last saga here, but this is just what I read physically, which is a lot. Like I said, not a lot of pages. There are a lot of graphic novels here, but it's just a lot of reading, I guess. So I had The School for Whatnots. This is a middle grade sci-fi kind of thriller thing. I think I would consider it more of a sci-fi. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend it. This is the Alcrate Junior Edition, which is the reversible dust jacket. I read A 50-Year Sword by Mark Z. Danielewski. Awful. Hated it. Don't want to talk about it. Fullmetal Alchemist Volume 17. This is the second to last volume that are being published in this editions, and it was amazing, and I can't wait for the next one. The Secret Dinner by Rafael Montes, a Brazilian author. The book is in Portuguese. This was a horror that I kind of enjoyed it, maybe. I'm still not sure how I feel about this book. I put it as a 3 stars because I'm still processing. It was a lot of weirdness happening here. And finally, physically 4 volumes of Saga. So volumes 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is the one that I'm going to read after I finish filming. And then we had the Edgar Allan Poe story, which was the Fall of the House of the Usher, the Fall of the House of Usher, and Severance. So it was a lot, which is the companion to the TV show that I already talked about. So that's it. I was very excited about this readathon. I had a lot of fun. It was awesome to participate on the sprints as well, and I hope you enjoyed watching this vlog. Let me know if you would want me to do more readathon vlogs, because like I said, I think this is the first one that I've done, like actually dedicated for a readathon, and I did have a lot of fun. So let me know what you thought. And if you participated on the readathon, let me know if the board was nicer to you, because I think it was not very nice to me. I think I read 10 things. I read 10 things. That was hard to say. Yes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. It was a lot of reading. So I think it's a success, and I bit the board. At the last minute, almost. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for joining me. Bye.